Good morning. Let's y'all jam a little bit. Let a few more people come in. Good morning, everybody. Thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for being here. Let y'all rock out a little bit till we get a little more people in. How y'all doing? Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Yes. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Angela Cuff, Rose Armstead. Yes, Dolores Carmichael. Hi. I see y'all coming in. Everyone, please hit the like button for me. Thank you, Easter Washington in the Alabama. Yes, I see y'all coming in. I see y'all. Please hit the like for me. In Patricia. Tom Daniel, hi. Willa Macy, hi. Monica Taylor, Everett Bell, hi. Wanda Cocktail, I'm sorry. Vern Wolford, Audrey Gabbins, hi. Dolores Campbell. Sweet Light, hi. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Let's get started, okay? Yes. Jamming out a little bit. It's Friday. It's Friday. And we are woke, and ready to go. All right. So thank y'all for joining. We got some great topics for you guys. Yes, we do. Hopefully you guys had a great morning so far. Hopefully you got your coffee and tea and got where you needed to be. All right. Yes. Thank y'all for being here. Hopefully everyone hit the like button. I see we have up to 73 in the building right now. I hope we have at least about 65 to 70 likes. I know we do. I just know we do. But let's get started. Again, happy Friday. Everything said in the video is alleged and in my opinion and is used for fair use and entertainment. Okay. There's our banner. We're going to move it on out the way. Yes. All right. Let's get into our topics. All right. So they have, I found a topic that I wanted to discuss. This is so crazy, guys. Our people, we don't know how to act sometimes. Let's get into this. They're saying that families brawl and body slam each other outside of the courthouse after a missing woman's family misunderstood judge ruling and thought a person of interest was getting out of jail. Let's turn it up. They are snapping out there, okay? All right, so let's get into what it was said in the courthouse, because baby, the police done had to come here and arrest some folk. They body slamming each other outside the courthouse. Team too much. All right, so they said a group of families put the paws on each other, honey, over a dispute about a missing woman. They said the beatdown took place outside of a Mississippi courthouse and 5 people were arrested. They said that the families disputed over the disappearance of Latasha Crump Coleman. It says, according to multiple reports, that her husband, Derek Coleman, and Latasha's family were present for an appeal hearing regarding Derek, who is believed to have information about Latasha's disappearance, okay? This says moments before the brawl that a judge ruled that Derek violated bond conditions where he was found to have violated a protective order to have no contact with his wife, demanding the case back to municipal court. Now, it's not clear if Latasha's family understood the ruling, thinking it meant that he would be released from jail. So her family took justice into their own hands. This is following the fights that one minor was left with a bloody nose and several adults were arrested. It says that Coleman has been in jail since October. It is believed that Latasha's disappearance involves foul play. It says that she was reported missing in July. Okay. Yes. So they are in front of the courthouse acting a fool. Yeah. So that is it, and that is all. People need to understand. Don't sit in the courthouse. And I know that's a very touchy subject when you have a loved one and something happened to them to where they're unalive. It's a very touchy subject. You're in your feelings. You're upset. You want to make sure that your family is getting the justice. The justice is prevailing in that situation. You have to pay attention to what the judge is saying and what the ruling is. You can't just be out here on the fighting and putting paws on people without understanding what actually took place and transpired. Like they kind of jumped the gun a little bit in this situation, and now you got people going to jail when you didn't have to. Had you listened to what the damn judge was like, damn, how you fighting of all places on the courthouse steps, knowing your ass gonna be arrested? Like seriously, black people, let's do better. And I get it, people in their feelings because somebody was unalive, a loved one was unalived, and a whole lot of stuff was going on with this case, but we can't be doing that. There are different ways of doing things. Let the justice system handle that. Don't put yourself in a situation where you're going to be locked up and having to spend up your bill money trying to get bail. Like, damn, that's not a good look. That's not a good look. That's not a good look. All right, moving on to the next topic. Because it is so much going on, Lord. All right, rest in peace to Forrest Whittaker's ex-wife, Keisha. She passed away yesterday at 51 years old. Condolences. That is Forrest Whittaker, okay? Yes, that's Forrest Whittaker. That's his ex-wife. They still remain good friends throughout having their divorce. It wasn't a very nasty divorce. They just decided they grew apart and they weren't together anymore. Decided not to be together anyway. So they're saying that Forrest Whitaker's ex-wife, Keisha, has passed away at the age of 51. The cause of death is unclear, and they are still investigating, okay? Now, let me see if I can find out more information because I know TMZ has it. Give me a second. I'm going to pull it up here because they do what's really going on. Let me see if they got an update on that because I know they be keeping us updated. Ooh, child. Black folks stay fighting over something, Lord. Yes, they do. Oh, let's see. Okay. Let's see what TMZ is saying. Now they're saying ex-wife, Forrest Whitaker's ex-wife, Keisha Whitaker, who he shares 3 daughters and more than 20 years of marriage, has passed away. It says that Forrest and Keisha's 25-year-old daughter, True, shared the devastating news, writing, "Goodbye, Mommy." She says, "I love you forever and beyond. The most beautiful woman in the world. Thank you for teaching me every single thing that I know. I'll see you in my dreams and I'll feel you in my heart." That's so sad. Wow. This says it is currently unclear how she passed. This says that Forrest and Keisha tied the knot back in 1996 after meeting on the set of a 1994 film, Blown Away. Their daughters are 27-year-old Sonnet and 32-year-old Autumn, okay? And it said in an interview with Ebony years ago that Keisha said of Forrest, it says, "I had seen him in a rage in Harlem and right away, and I thought that Forrest had a gentle soul and a nice spirit." That's her. She's beautiful. That's her. Let's see, get more pictures of them. That's them in 2014. Okay. That's so sad. I hate to hear stuff like that. It says it was back in 2018 when Forrest filed for divorce from Keisha after more than 20 years of marriage, citing irreconcilable differences as the reason of their split. Okay. She was only 51. They don't have an update as to what happened to her and why she passed. I know they're going to have it, so I'm going to keep my ear to the streets on that because I'm interested in finding out what happened. Okay. But they were a great couple. They were in love. They were married 20 years. That's rare for 20 years to be married and just grow apart like that. But yeah, look how he's looking at her. That's that day one love. Yes, God. So rest in peace to her. All right. So as I get updates on that, I will definitely update you guys as well. Okay. I always hate to hear stuff like that. All right. So one of my other favorite couples rather, Denzel Washington and his wife Pauletta. I love me some Denzel and Pauletta. They cannot do no wrong, guys. Let's do my update on them because I found something on them too. No, they're not getting divorced. I know you're probably like, what? What's going on with them? No, they're not getting divorced, okay? But I did see a post where they were saying, oh, here we go. All right, so they're saying, of course, y'all know Denzel and his wife, they've been married for a very, very long time. Now, they're saying that after Denzel Washington's first date with Pauletta, he ran out of money and she had to be the one to pay for their cab fare. They said now they have a combined network of over $280 million. So what they're saying is the two of them, they stuck together, they stayed together. He was dating her, his money wasn't right, but she still stuck beside him. And now combined, they have a $280 million fortune. I like them together. They've been together since like day one. They have beautiful kids. This is them. That's that black love. Black girl magic, honey. She stuck by him. She was like, look, I don't care if you ain't got the money for the cab. I got you. I got you. She saw an investment and she invested in him. He invested in her, and they're still together to this day. Denzel is still acting. He's still making a bag. And she is great in her own right as well. She's very smart, and I like that about her, the fact that she continues to push him into success as well. And that's what he needs, a strong black woman, kind of like Michelle and Michelle and Barack Obama. Michelle kind of, when Barack was in office, she was kind of pushing him because, you know, she's smart. He was smart as well, but she kind of got in there and helped push his career. And that's what I like with Pauletta. Okay. She's been sticking and staying by him. And you haven't heard anything negative about the two of them. I like that too. They've been in Hollywood. Well, he's been in Hollywood for quite some time. You've never heard anything negative about them and their marriage. They've been able to keep things very copacetic and very positive, and I like that. He get in there and get the bag. He do great movies. Equalizer 3, if y'all haven't catched it yet, watch it. It's a little bloody and gruesome, but it's a great movie. He's a great actor. So yeah, I like that for them too. I like that for them too, that she was able to step in there and do that, and he saw that she was down for the long run. Okay, he was like, look, she the one, you the one. Because any other woman, if she was bougie like that, oh, you ain't got the money for cab fare, nigga, I'm out. Like, you broke, I ain't with you like that. Not even knowing he's gonna be the Denzel Washington. So she stuck by him, and look at that, they sitting on 280 million together and happy. Their children are grown, so they're able to travel the world and live, and that's what it's all about. Okay, creating memories and history and being there for one another and loving on one another. That black love, I love it. Okay. All right, let's move on because we got some more. We got some more. We got some more. All right. Lord, Lord, Lord. Our people, baby, we got to do better. I'm these folk out here doing all this fighting and stuff. Child, listen. All right. So this next topic I'm pulling up, honey. There's a middle school teacher who is facing over 40 years in prison, guys, for having sex with a 13-year-old. Let's get into this because, baby, listen. I don't know what the hell is going on with these teachers. I don't know what the hell is going on with these teachers. Like, your job is to go to school, teach. That's it. Not going to school, having relationships with your students. I don't know what the hell that is and where it came from. Like, that is sick. That's sick. That's sick. Let's get into it. They said that at first glance, they says, I was like, hold up. I've seen plenty of these cases with other teachers, and they were never facing 40 years. But after watching the video, it says that it's plain to see why. It says if sex with a child wasn't already bad enough, how about buying a pow pow for his birthday? Now, this teacher actually bought a pow pow for this young man's birthday. Okay. Yeah, she bought him a pow pow. Let's get into it and play the video because the news people are actually going to be telling you what is going on, okay?
She became his 8th grade teacher. In those messages listed in the criminal complaint, Bolden acknowledges that the teen is a minor and that she feels guilty. But in one message, Bolden writes, quote, I want to see you as often as possible and the rest will just happen. This picture of Bolden is included in the criminal complaint against her. A selfie prosecutors say she sent the teen. Prosecutors say Bolden also sent photos we wouldn't be able to show you. The victim told a Brown Deer police detective that Bolden sent him nude photos in early 2023. He was 13 at the time. In June, right before school was out, the teen says Bolden picked him up and they had sex in a Brown Deer park. In late June for his 14th birthday, the victim says Bolden bought him a gun, something prosecutors say they were able to trace and confirm. The boy told investigators the relationship with the teacher ended in late July when Bolden refused to buy him another gun. The story continues for Bolden. If convicted of both felony charges, she faces more than 40 years in prison. When she became his 8th grade teacher, those messages listed
These
in the
teachers
criminal
are crazy.
complaint,
We hear so many stories about teachers having relationships with students, and that shit is beyond crazy. Like crazy. What? Middle school. You were old enough to be this child's mother. And the fact that you buying him a pow pow, suppose he would have unalived himself or someone else. That is too young. 13, 14, and you out here buying a pow pow. And then he's asking you to buy him a second pow pow. That is just, I see y'all putting it in the chat. It's unbelievable. It's crazy. It's uncouth. It's unhinged. It's psychotic. It's so many words I can attach to this. Like, ma'am, you deserve more than 40 years for that because you know better. You know better. There's plenty of men out here that you could have been with if you needed a boo thing for you to prey on a child in one of the most influential moments in their life. Children, 13, 14, they're learning. That's going to stay with that child. You help derail this child's future. Now this is something that he is going to have to deal with for the rest of his life. I mean, golly, we as parents, and also parents, check up on your kids. Stay, and I say it all the time, stay in your kids' business, know what's going on, go to the schools and see what's going on with your child and with these damn teachers. Because some of these teachers, baby, are young. Some of these teachers are young as hell and they wear inappropriate shit to school. They do. And these kids are mannish as hell. Y'all know in their teens, kids are mannish. Some of these teachers need to be reprimanded. They do. They need to be reprimanded. Damn. It's sad. It's sad. She deserves every year that she's getting. She does. And you sending nude pictures to this child? Girl, the hell wrong with you? She needs to be arrested. Well, she is arrested, but she needs to get more than 40 years, and she don't need no bail. She don't need no bond, and her ass don't need to be able to get out no time damn soon. Because I hate when people prey on children. Children are innocent. You should have told him, no, I'm not buying you no pow pow, and I'm definitely not sending you no pictures. Take your ass to class. Take your ass to class. No, sir. That's what you should have said. Anywho. All right, so we got another crazy individual. A woman is arrested after pouring gasoline trying to burn down Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s birth home in Atlanta. I visited that place because I like historical stuff like that. So I actually visited that home. That's very historical. This fool tried to burn the damn house down. Okay, we're gonna get into it. This is her pouring shit on there. I don't know what the hell she was going through. We're gonna read on it here in a few seconds. That's her, honey. Out there with the gasoline trying to burn down MLK Jr.'s house, child. All on video. All on video. Looking crazy. She's facing a lot of charges behind that, too. All right, so let's read up on what it's saying. It says, according to Atlanta's Channel 2 Action News, a 26-year-old woman has been arrested after she was spotted pouring gasoline and trying to burn down Martin Luther King Jr.'s birth home on Auburn Avenue in Atlanta, Georgia. This says, per the news outlet, that Atlanta Police Department officials continue to investigate after they were called to King's birth home around 5:45 p.m. It says, when officers arrived, they found two off-duty New York Police Department officers were visiting the King Center nearby. It says that two NYPD officers, off-duty officers rather, detained the suspect until Atlanta Police Department officers could arrive and place the woman in proper custody. It says that before this, police reported that two tourists from Utah were first there to see the woman in action. And they reportedly were in the area and saw the woman dousing MLK Jr.'s home in gasoline and quickly rushed over to stop her from setting the fire to the home. It says that Atlanta Police Chief Darren Schauschenbaum, that's a weird name, told WSB-TV that action saved an important part of American history tonight. It says that Atlanta Fire Department Chief Jerry DeBerry also commended the tourists and said that it could have been a matter of seconds before the house was engulfed in flames. This says in a video footage recorded by a witness and shared by Channel 2's Michael Dudana, a woman is seen dressed in all black as she pours gasoline on the windows and in the bushes of Martin Luther King Jr.'s birth home. Upon arriving at the scene to see the off-duty NYPD officers detaining the woman, Atlanta Police Department's officers immediately placed her in custody and charged her with criminal attempt arson and criminal attempt interference with governmental property. Additionally, the Atlanta Police Department is also working with several district attorney offices, the ATF, and the FBI. Being that Martin Luther King Jr.'s home is federal property, the woman could potentially face further federal charges. Okay, what is wrong with people? All right, now there is also a statement that was also given. It says that the King Center also released a statement. Let's read that. Okay, this says that the King Center released the following statement. Tonight, an unfortunate incident occurred at the birth home of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. as an individual attempted to set fire to his historic property. Fortunately, the attempt was unsuccessful thanks to the brave intervention of Good Samaritans and the quick response of law enforcement. It says we thank the Atlanta Police Department, Atlanta Fire Department, the National Park Services, and Mayor Andrew Dickens for leading the efforts to ensure the safety of our cherished national landmark and its adjacent neighbors. It says our prayers are with the individual who allegedly committed this criminal act. Okay. Girl, she's facing a lot of charges behind that. Okay, federal charges as well. I actually visited that home. It's very historic. It's very nice. You get an inside look at how he lived, where he lived. It's nice. It's nice. If you haven't had a chance to go downtown Atlanta and check all of that out, it's very, very nice the way they have it set up with the statues and everything else. But yeah, she is seen. I'll show you guys again. She is seen dousing it, honey. And had she got that match in her hand, that house would have been in flames. But that is her. You can't even say you didn't do the shit because now you're on video where people videoed you, stupid ass. And you a black woman. Do you not understand what that house actually symbolizes? And you gonna burn it down? Or try to burn it down, rather. Now you're facing all these charges over being stupid. I don't know if she has mental issues. They did not say. But bottom line is that was not a good idea. And you could have burnt other people's houses down as well. That's right there. As you guys see, the houses are very close together. She could have burnt down other people's houses had she actually engulfed the house. Just stupid as hell. Lord have mercy. Let's move on, honey, to the next topic. Nevertheless. All right, so Joe Biden's son, you guys, he's in a lot of trouble. It says that California indicts Hunter Biden on tax evasion charges. Says that he allegedly bought escorts and failed to pay at least $1.4 million. Good God Almighty. You out here buying ass and you ain't paying no taxes, sir. You were exactly where your ass need to be. Let's get into it, honey. That's him. Joe Biden's son, honey. Joe Biden's son. Buying ass and ain't paying no taxes. You ain't learn shit from Lauryn Hill and everybody else, child. You better pay them taxes. All right, let's get into it. Hunter Biden, the son of sitting president 2024 presidential candidate Joe Biden, has been indicted on tax evasion charges in California. According to a federal indictment unsealed on Thursday, December the 7th, in Central District of California, Biden allegedly failed to pay at least $1.4 million from 2016 through 2019. This says in the federal complaint that Biden was hit with 9 tax charges, 3 felonies and 6 misdemeanors, including invasion of assessment and filing of false or fraudulent tax return. Damn, bro. It said instead of paying his taxes, that Biden is accused of spending his income on a slew of personal items, including a Lamborghini rental, luxury hotels, and even on escort services. This says that according to the government, many of these purchases were classified by Hunter Biden as business expenses. That's fraud. This says, as mentioned, Biden faces charges for failure to pay taxes, with federal prosecutors accusing him of engaging in a 4-year scheme to not pay at least $1.4 million in federal income taxes for the years 2016 through 2019, which is also a period where he has acknowledged struggling with addiction. that says that prosecutors alleged that during the years from 2016 through October 15th of 2020, Biden made over $7 million in total gross income and failed to pay taxes on all of it. It says if convicted, that Hunter Biden could face up to 17 years in prison. It says, meanwhile, Biden is also facing federal firearm charges in Delaware, where he allegedly broke a law against drug users having guns in 2018. He's in a lot of trouble. That's a bad look for your father, sir. And how the hell, and I'm saying it again, how you out here? How you out here buying escort services, numerous, as they're saying here, and you ain't paying no damn taxes, and you made $7 million, so you could have called and at least made a payment plan. If you call and at least make a payment plan, they will work with you. But the fact that you just thought because your daddy was President Joe Biden that you could just be out here skating by and not pay taxes, like, sir, people going to jail for not paying taxes. As Wesley Snipes, as Lauryn Hill, as so many other people that's not even celebrities, just regular 9-to-5 workers, just regular citizens who take their ass to jail for not paying. You got to pay taxes. All right, so let's get into what they're saying here.
Anderson, I have the indictment right here. It's voluminous. It's 56 pages. But in going through this, the Justice Department details the allegations supporting these 9 counts that they have filed against Hunter Biden. They include 3 felony tax offenses and 6 misdemeanor tax offenses. Now, to put that in context, Hunter Biden was hoping to resolve this investigation by pleading guilty to just 2 misdemeanors. But here, the Justice Department is alleging that he engaged in a 4-year scheme in which they say he chose not to pay at least $1.4 million in self-assessed federal taxes he owed between 2016 and 2019. And then they also accuse him of trying to evade the assessment of taxes for 2018 when he filed false returns. Now, they allege that he subverted the payroll and tax withholding process of his own company by withdrawing millions outside of that process. They all understand. I have the indictment right here. Accuse him of spending millions of dollars on a, quote, extravagant lifestyle rather than paying his tax bills. They say in 2018, he stopped paying his outstanding and overdue taxes for the tax year 2015 and willfully failed to pay his 2016, 2017, 2018, and 2019 taxes on time, despite, they say, having access to funds to pay some or all of these taxes. They allege he willfully failed to file in 2017 and 2018, and then when he did finally file in 2018, they say that he did so to reduce the very substantial tax liability he faced in February 2020. Again, these are tax allegations. It's a little in the weeds, but he faces a maximum penalty of 17 years in prison. Now, of course, oftentimes sentences are far less than the maximum. But I'll note that in the press release tonight, Anderson, the Justice Department also said accused him of spending millions of dollars, that the investigation is ongoing. And that's notable because the question of whether the investigations into the president's son were fully going to be wrapped up with a plea deal or if they would possibly continue, that became a real key issue between his lawyers and the Justice Department. So notable that they included that here. It feels a little bit more than just the standard boilerplate, but we would expect that the president's son would likely make his first court appearance probably sometime next week. That the investigation is...
That shit is hella embarrassing. Your daddy is the president of the mother freaking United States of America, and you out here on this level of bullshit. That shit is crazy. That is crazy. Most of the time, the IRS will work with you if you call them and say, hey, I'm having a little bit of financial difficulty. Can I be on a payment plan? You had made $7 million. Nigga, you made $7 million. You could have made payments on that. But he had no intentions of paying it because he felt that he had that. Y'all know what it is. That white privilege. You see now you don't. You see now you don't. Now your ass gonna be getting braided up and booed up. Oh yeah, your hair can be braided. That fine hair that they showed there. Yeah, let's go back to your picture. Oh yeah, you see them little curls right there in the front? That little comb over in the front, that shit gonna be 3 to the back. Oh yes, it will. Mm-hmm. That little thin shit in the front you got combed over to the side. Oh, that shit about to be braided up. I hope you ain't tender-headed. I hope you ain't tender-headed out here, Hunter Biden, because they about to braid your shit real tight to the bike. I love it. Do I feel sorry for you? Let me see. Nah, hell no. Take your ass on in there. 17 years. 17 years. And not a word from you. 7 whole nights. I ain't know what Tony said. Had to exhale on that one. Ooh, child. You're going to be saying Unbreak My Heart and a whole lot of shit up in there. 17 years? Baby, they about to braid you to the bike, okay? That little thin little comb over right there on the side, they're going to probably give you a little swoop. They're going to swoop it over, then they're going to braid that shit back. So you're going to have a swoop and braid. That might look good on you. A swoop, like comb it over, because you already got it combed over a little bit. So get a little swoop action, and then take that little swoop right here and braid that shit back in there. That's going to be fire. Oh, that's going to look good on you. What y'all think? Hunter Biden, let me find out you're going to be in there with a swoop. Okay. You're going to get swooped and scooped, all right, up in there. Ooh, Lord. And they know that your daddy the president, so they're going to be ready for your booty brownies. Your booty brownies, they're going to get your booty brownies the first night, sir. Oh, God. Oh, the first night. Baby, they're going to take you down like Chris Brown in there the first night, honey. Oh, yes, they are. I feel it coming. Let me see. The spirits are telling me that the booty brownies will be, yes, they will be taken. The first night, the booty brownies will be taken on the first night. My spidey senses are coming in. And yep. Your ass is grass, baby. Woo, child. Let's move on. Shout out to you with the good old swoop there, bro. Okay. Do I feel sorry? I don't feel sorry, because you could have fixed that. You could have fixed it, but you didn't want to fix it. Now your ass is going to jail, and I'm happy. Yes, I am. All right. Brittney Griner, you guys. Brittney Griner has inked a deal to release a documentary on her stint in a Russian prison, guys. What y'all think about it? I think that might be a great thing. She needs to tell her story. Talking about it will surely help her get over the things that she endured and went through. I think she went through a lot over there, so much so she cut her hair off and every damn thing. But yeah, Brittney Griner, baby. Let's get into that. Give me 1 second. Ooh, child. Y'all enjoying the topics this morning? Are y'all enjoying the topics this morning? I thought I saved it. Ooh, child. All right. Now they're saying that Brittney Griner strikes a wide-ranging deal with Disney and ESPN with feature documentary and limited scripted series in the works. All right. This says after a year, this is a year after WNBA star Brittney Griner was released from a Russian prison, that she has now signed a sweeping deal with Disney. Okay, Disney. Now they're saying that the basketball star has signed up to tell her story in a documentary feature from ESPN Films and a scripted series in development with ABC's Signature, as well as her first exclusive interview with ABC News' Robin Roberts. I like Robin Roberts. Okay, so she will get to tell her story, you guys. And she's going to be doing a interview. I'm going to watch that because I'm interested to hear all the things that she went through over there. I know she was made to work like in the little colonies or whatever over there, where she had to get up early in the morning and went to bed late at night and had to be right back up in the morning. That's how they do them over there. So if you ever flying in Russia, black people stay out of Russia because they don't like us over there. They don't like us. And she stuck out like a sore thumb because her ass is like 7 foot something. Okay. And the fact that she is LGBTQ, they don't like that shit over there. So she was in a very, very bad space. So I'm happy that she was able to get out there. Just Brittney Griner. Y'all know she cut her dreads off because she was working in the colony and it was snowing and stuff over there. So her hair would be wet and she would be cold. So she had to cut her dreadlocks because her hair would be like frozen. She would have ice in her dreadlocks. That's just how damn cold it was over there. So she had to cut her dreadlocks off, and she looks good with a haircut. But I'm happy that she was able to get out and to be brought back home. I could tell that she has a lot to tell in terms of her story. I want to hear it because I'm nosy. Y'all know I'm nosy, and I love y'all. If you follow me, you know I love documentaries. I like to know about people's life and ins and outs of what they went through. But I feel like, she said that her doctor prescribed the marijuana to her I don't know, but of course they weren't trying to hear that shit over there, and they was gonna give her all this time. And I was like, Lord, please let a miracle happen so she can come back home. And thankfully she is home. So once they give a date as to when this documentary will air, I will come back and update you guys on that. Okay. So some of you guys may want to watch. Some of y'all like, I'm sick and tired of hearing about this Brittney Griner bullshit, and I feel you on that. Okay. Got some other shocking stuff that I want to talk to you guys about. Is it surprising to me? Hell no. It's not surprising to me at all, but I do want to share it because it is an eye-opener. A scientist actually admits that they are unaliving blacks through the entire medical system. This shit is deep. If you have not heard of this, let's listen to it, okay?
Water poisoning with lead, black communities. Vaccines and autism, predominantly black kids at risk. Not only black kids, but there's a higher risk with black kids. Washington, D.C., water poisoning, black community. Cancer industry, predatory targeting of black women and black men because that's who they know are the most profitable. So let me be blunt here. You probably know, my name's Mike Adams. I'm the health ranger. I run the science lab here. I'm a scientist. I'm a food investigative researcher. I'm an investigative journalist. I've won 3 journalism awards for investigative journalism. I'm a whistleblower. I'm an author. I wrote the book Food Forensics. What else? I run naturalnews.com. I have seen that there is a genocidal overlay to the medical system as it is.
Do y'all hear that? Do y'all hear that? Do y'all hear that? That shit is crazy. He's talking about how a lot of the meds and stuff that are being put out there is targeted towards blacks in order to take them out with the water. Y'all remember how the water was tainted and all that? They were saying that all of these things are happening in the black communities as a means to try to take black people out. I'm gonna let y'all hear it again.
Water poisoning with lead, black communities. Vaccines and autism, predominantly black kids at risk. Not only black kids, but there's a higher risk with black kids. Washington, D.C., water poisoning, black community. Cancer industry, predatory targeting of black women and black men because that's who they know are the most profitable. So let me be blunt here. You probably know, my name's Mike Adams. I'm the health ranger. I run the science lab here. I'm a scientist. I'm a food investigative researcher. I'm an investigative journalist. I've won 3 journalism awards for investigative journalism. I'm a whistleblower. I'm an author. I wrote the book Food Forensics. What else? I run naturalnews.com. I have seen that there is a genocidal overlay to the medical system as it is water poisoning with lead.
Y'all hear that? So he's breaking it down how these things, he says it's a genocide that's targeted towards the black community. I believe that in part. I do. I really believe that if you're going to be taking these shots and stuff that they're asking you to go to the white community, okay? Because I don't think they're going to be targeting that community. That's where you want to go. That's where you want to go. Have you noticed that? Do you see any Popeyes in the white community? Let's talk about this. Do you see any Church's Chicken in the white community? In real nice neighborhoods? Do you see that shit over there? But that's what they're putting in our neighborhoods for us to eat. Okay? Think about it. Think about it. Some of the things that they are putting in our communities is not in the white communities. And I know that sometimes when your money is looking kind of funny, you can't spend like you really want to in terms of buying more healthier type stuff. But go to the white communities. Spend your money over there because that's not where they're sending all the things that's tainted, that's taking us out. And it's sad. You got to survive. You got to spend money. You got to buy groceries. You got to use medications. You have to in order to survive. But at the end of the day, you don't want to do it at your own expense in terms of dying over something that you think is safe because it says that the FDA approved the shit when there are things being put in there that he's saying that's targeting the black community. So you have to do your research on stuff. You have to do your research. That's scary. That's scary. When COVID came out, everybody was rushing out to go and get the shot. I was scared of that shit. I was just like, and I'm never the first one to go and try something and do it. I was just like, I don't know about that. I get it. People are passing away and dying behind this situation, but I was like, I don't know. And the only reason my husband and I took it is because we were flying to Virgin Island. And I was like, okay, I don't want to get over there and catch some shit and we be caught up over there with damn COVID, which wound up catching the shit anyway. But anyway, and what I'm trying to say is we have to be very, very careful with what we're putting in our bodies. Check and make sure, do your research on stuff. I don't take any medicine without researching first, even if my doctor prescribes it to me. I look up and I see what's the side effects, what's really going on with what you prescribe. If my doctor prescribes something to me, I look that shit up. I will look it up and I will see what's the after effects and all of that, because that some of those things that it is targeted, guys, towards us to take us out. It is. And this man here is saying, he's a white man saying that it's genocide in the Black community. I believe it. I really believe it. I'm gonna look more into him. I saved his name. I'm going to look more into him. And if I find out anything else that's very juicy in terms of that, I'm definitely going to come back and share it with you guys. Because y'all know I like to stay up on tea and I always do updates, okay? I always do updates so that you guys will know what's up. All right, so rapper Kodak Black is arrested, you guys, for possession of cocaine, of the cocaine, and tampering with evidence, okay? Yeah, let's get into it. Because, sir. They said he tried to swallow a handful of the cocaine. All right, when the police caught up with him. I don't know what is going on with him. He needs to fight them demons, because, sir, if you don't stop it, you ain't going to be here no more. And it's sad that the Black community, honey, is getting strung out on this stuff. See what I'm talking about? You need some help, sir. And he's been in a lot of trouble for quite some time on the cocaine. And this ain't the first time he's been arrested. Let's get into it. All right, so they're saying that Kodak Black, let's show a picture of him because he looks crazy as hell. He looks high right here. That's him, Kodak Black, honey. He is a rapper. He got a lot of demons. They said he's behind bars. Kodak Black is behind bars after getting arrested for the cocaine possession, honey. And cops said that he tried to hide the evidence right in front of them. They're saying that according to reports that the cops in Plantation, Florida, say that they spotted a black Bentley SUV blocking a roadway Thursday morning, which obviously they saw as an incident waiting to happen. Now they're saying that Plantation PD says that the SUV's windows was halfway down and they found Kodak asleep in the driver's seat. Damn. Says with a strong odor of cannabis coming from inside the vehicle. They say that Kodak admitted that there was weed in the SUV. But when the officers noticed a styrofoam cup that reeked of alcohol, he told Kodak to exit the vehicle. Says that the officer said that he noticed that Kodak turned his back to him and then saw white powder falling on the ground next to Kodak, okay? It says that as he was standing in front of the patrol's vehicle light, beaming headlights or whatever. Says that according to the report that the officer then noticed Kodak's mouth full of white powder and later observed several white rock-like objects on the ground, which Kodak allegedly said was Percocet. Says, however, the officers tested the powder on the scene and it says that it came back positive for cocaine. It says that Kodak was ultimately arrested for possession, tampering with evidence, and violating his existing probation. Says on the lesser end, he got a traffic violation for obstructing the road. It says that his Bentley SUV was towed, and cops say that the ride looked like it had been in an accident, noting damage to the bumper and the door. Okay. It says that Kodak had trouble staying clean since his probation conditions in the past, and it appears that he's still a work in progress. So he tried to swallow the cocaine to hide it so that he would not be charged with it. He could have died. That could have stopped his heart right there on the scene. He's dealing with a lot of demons. He needs to get into some type of rehab, okay, because this is not the first time that we've heard he's been pulled over with some type of substance on him, all right? He is a rapper. We do know what goes on in the rap game. I don't know what he's dealing with internally, but a great start would be to go ahead and get into some type of rehabilitation center so that he can get the necessary help that he needs, or he's going to be found gone. You're drinking and you're on the cocaine and you're saying you got Percocets too as well. That's a deadly combination in itself. That's a deadly combination in itself. Our young boys, and he's a young guy, our young boys are lost. It's so sad. They are lost. And once again, he's in the industry. So there's no telling what he's dealing with. He could have got too. Okay. So he's probably dealing with some stuff like that. We've been talking about it, how the industry get them guys in there. They give them these record deals and they take They take their virginity, or y'all know what we're talking about. He could be dealing with some of that stuff as well. We never know. Bottom line is, I really wish that he gets the help that he needs so that he can continue to live and be prosperous and not on these damn drugs. I hate to see people like that. But yeah, prayers to you, Kodak Black, honey. Get the help you need and get off these damn drugs. Because that's not a good look at all. It's just not. All right, moving on to our last and final topic, guys. We're 45 minutes in. We're looking at very good time. All right, so there is another mass powwowing that has taken place, you guys. Another mass powwowing that has taken place. I'm so sad to even report this shit. They said that 3 people are unalived and 1 person is wounded in a powwowing on the University of Nevada campus, okay? Some of you guys may have heard about it. Gail King, let her tell you about it, honey, because she's...
Yet another mass shooting. You know, they're happening so often in this country, we can all barely keep up, and that is so not good. Yesterday, we told you 6 dead in Texas. Today, it's 3 people gunned down at the University of Nevada in Las Vegas. 1 other person was wounded in an attack carried out near the university's business school. These images are all too familiar. The students evacuating with their hands up, just terrified. The Gun Violence Archive says we are up to more than 630 mass shootings this year. And listen to this, that is a new record. Omar Villafranca is in Las Vegas with the latest on this particular shooting. Omar, good morning to you.
Good morning. Our CBS affiliate here in Las Vegas has identified the shooter as Tony Polito, a man in his 60s, but we do not know the names of the 3 victims. Now, UNLV's campus with its 30,000 students, faculty, and staff will remain closed for the rest of the week as the community copes with another mass shooting. Just before noon on Wednesday, the sounds of gunshots on the campus of the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, triggered an all-too-familiar active shooter response.
We have more patients inside with an active shooter. Copy, so we're reporting actual active shooter at this point, correct? That's affirmative.
Cops are going in right now.
Sources tell CBS News the shooter was a former college professor in his 60s. Police say he opened fire on the 4th floor of the business school building.
We went to multiple floors, and the suspect was neutralized on the outside by the UNLV Police Department.
I was crying.
First-year student Riley Adams took this video as she and her fellow classmates were escorted out of their barricaded classroom, where she walked past a door apparently shattered by gunfire.
Jesus Christ. Is anyone hurt? I texted both my parents kind of a goodbye, almost like, I love you guys. If anything happens to me, like, just know I'll always love you.
While authorities are being praised for their swift response, the community is stunned.
It's time for us, as the adults. Enough. It is enough.
Hours later, students were still trying to process what happened.
It's just crazy knowing that, like, you go from a college classroom to all of a sudden barricading yourself in it and not learning and trying to fend for your life. It's just sad because now it's like a factor like, oh, it's another shooting. Like, that's pretty much how people look at it.
We are about 2 miles away from the 2017 mass shooting that happened here in Las Vegas at the Country Music Festival, which is America's deadliest mass shooting. And the sheriff says that the drilling that they did after that massacre led to the coordinated effort that we saw yesterday. Now, here for the students at UNLV, the final exams were set to begin next week, but all of that has been put on pause.
Sad, sad, and sad. That's a lot of damn mass powwowings, you guys. We are living, I keep saying it, we're living in the last days. And y'all keep hearing the old people. I hear my grandmother say it all the time. We're living in the last days. You better stay prayed up, pray over your children, honey. Don't send them out that door to school, because it happens in regular school, not just colleges. It can happen anywhere. You can run into a psycho on the freeway. We never, ever know when something's going to break out. That's why I always say, make sure you continue to pray over yourself, over your children, over your family. Stay prayed up so that when situations like this occur, you are covered, okay? We are living in a world that is crazy. People are just doing things now that is just unplanned. Like it's crazy. I can't even explain it. You go out on a day to just on a regular day, just like you do any other day, to just start your day, and something crazy like that happens. And that's so crazy. They will forever be traumatized behind that. And I'm glad that more people were not taken out, but that is a very high number of mass powwowings in a year. That says a lot about the demons that's walking this earth and crazy people that we are surrounded with. You never know the person is standing behind you, what mentality they have. You never know. You never know the person that's standing right beside you when you're out and about. You never know what mentality they have. They could be crazy. So that's why you have to pray and make sure that you're covered. Once they took prayer out of the schools, look at what's going on. Look at what's going on. Once they took prayer out of the schools, you want them to say the damn, put their hand on their chest and do the whole, for the flag and all that shit. And that's okay. But you got to pray. You're taking prayer out of schools. Like, why? Why? You got God, and God we trust on the money. You trust God on your money, but you don't trust him in your school. That's crazy. I pray over mine before he leave every morning, baby, because prayer can get where I can't get. Period. Prayer can go where I can't go as a mother. You have to send your children to school. You have to send them out into the world. But prayer will be there when I can't be there, and protect and put a hedge of protection around mine and myself and my husband and my family and anybody else that I care about. So remember that, guys, when you step out, before you step out, make sure you pray. And it ain't got to be no long drawn out prayer. Okay. It don't have to be. Just make sure that you stay connected. Okay. When we see things happen like this, you already know it says, know that the time is not long. Wars and rumors of wars, earthquakes and diverse places. I said it the other day. These mass powwowings, all that ties into what's going on in the world. And it's getting closer and closer and closer and closer to the end. And we don't know. Nobody knows the end time. But what you can do is try to check yourself and self-evaluate and make sure that you stay prayed up over you and yours, so that when something like this happens, you're okay. All right. So we're going to end the show on that note, on a positive note. Okay. And I hope you guys have a great, great Friday. It is Friday, honey. Y'all be safe out there. I will see you guys later on for our pop-in today. Okay. Stay prayed up. Stay prayed up. Stay prayed up. Love you guys all the way down to the ground and back up. All right. Enjoy your day, mods. Thank y'all for a great, great show, and for modding. Also, thank you for any content creators that joined us this morning. Okay. Love you guys. Enjoy your day. Be safe, and goodbye.